Hello, and thank you for watching this short general overview of the Marie Skłodowska-Curie actions. My name is Sibylla Martinelli. My colleague Isabel Spüler and I are the two Swiss national contact points for the Marie Skłodowska-Curie actions working at Euresearch. This 10-minute presentation is supposed to give you a very rough overview and an idea of how it is possible for companies to participate. The different actions will be explained in a bit more detail in separate short presentations. First of all, I would like to show you where these Marie Skłodowska-Curie actions come from. They are one program within the large EU research and innovation program called Horizon 2020. Horizon 2020 lasts 7 years and will come to an end at the end of 2020. It had a total budget of roughly 80 billion euro to spend over the 7 years of runtime. The Marie Skłodowska-Curie actions are part of the Excellent Science pillar of Horizon 2020, which is one of 3 pillars and which is supposed to raise excellence and competitiveness of EU research and innovation system. Programs in this pillar should ensure a steady stream of world-class researchers to Europe and make Europe an attractive location for the world's best researchers, and by this raise the level of excellence in Europe's science base and make the EU research and innovation system more competitive on a global scale. The Marie Skłodowska-Curie actions, or abbreviated MSCA, have a budget of 6.2 billion euro to spend in the 7 years of Horizon 2020 runtime. Their objective is to ensure the optimum development and dynamic use of Europe's intellectual capital in order to generate new skills, knowledge, as well as innovation. The Marie Skłodowska-Curie actions are all about career development, training, and mobility. Mobility not only in the geographical sense, like across borders of countries, but also the mobility across disciplines and sectors. This is what is called III mobility, which is, amongst others, an important feature all the actions have in common. Furthermore, MSCA are open to all career stages and nationalities. And all of the MSCA have a bottom-up approach, meaning that it's not the European Commission deciding on topics they want to fund, but they are really open for all different areas of research and topics. So these are the 4 Marie Skłodowska-Curie actions: the individual fellowships, the innovative training networks, the research and innovation staff exchanges, and co-fund. And I'm going to very briefly introduce them to you just to give you a taste of them. The Marie Curie individual fellowships support the mobility of researchers within and beyond Europe. They are transnational individual fellowships for excellent researchers of any nationality. The grant usually covers 2 years' salary, a mobility allowance, research costs, and overheads for the institution. Individual researchers submit proposals for funding in liaison with their planned host organization. Proposals are judged on their research quality, the researcher's future career prospects, and the support offered by the host organization. Fellows can also spend part of the fellowship elsewhere in Europe if this would boost impact, and those restarting their career in Europe benefit from special eligibility conditions. To be eligible, the researchers must be so-called experienced researchers, holding a PhD or having at least 4 years of full-time equivalent research experience. They are a great option for researchers looking to give their career a boost by working abroad. There are 2 types of individual fellowships: the European and the Global Fellowships. The grant is awarded to the host organization, usually a university, research center, or a company in Europe, who is hosting the researcher on a work contract basis. As a company, you can host a fellow working on a project for 2 years, all paid for by the EU. The innovative training networks support competitively selected joint research training or doctoral programs implemented by European partnerships of universities, research institutions, and non-academic organizations. The research training programs provide experience outside academia, hence developing innovation and employability skills. ITNs include industrial doctorates, in which non-academic organizations have an equal role to universities in respect of the researcher's time and supervision. Grants cover the recruitment and training costs of each researcher for up to 3 years. The researcher is hired under an employment contract. Grants cover also research costs, including the organization of joint activities and conferences, and management and indirect costs. The maximum duration of an ITN project is 4 years. Companies can be beneficiaries, hosting one or several doctoral students, even though they can't award titles. The titles will be awarded from another institution in the same consortium, in case. Companies can also be part of a consortium as a partner organization, hosting early-stage researchers for trainings or other activities, but not signing the grant agreement and not claiming costs directly from the EU. In that latter case, the main benefit for the company would be the transfer of knowledge as well as access to talent. The Research and Innovation Staff Exchange Scheme is supporting international and intersectoral cooperation through short-term mobility of research and innovation staff at all career levels, from the most junior, like for example postgraduate, to the most senior, for example management staff, including also administrative and technical staff. It is open to partnerships of universities, research institutions, and non-academic organizations, both within and beyond Europe. In worldwide partnerships, academia-to-academia exchanges are permitted. Proposals must include at least 3 partners, which can be academic or non-academic organizations from 3 different countries. And at least 2 of these institutions should be from the EU member states or associated countries. Exchanges between organizations in EU member states or associated countries must be between different sectors, whereas in worldwide partnerships, exchanges within the same sector are possible. And the grants, they support the secondment of staff members for 1 month to 1 year. Staff must be engaged in or linked to research and innovation activities at their home organization for a certain period of time prior to the secondment. They return to their home organization after the secondment to pass on their knowledge. Funding for a RISE project can last up to 4 years. RISE consortia are made up of beneficiaries that are necessarily organizations from EU member states or associated countries like Switzerland, for example. And then in a consortium can also be third country partner organizations that are organizations from third countries like Argentina, for example. Beneficiaries and partner organizations have specific roles and responsibilities, and only legal persons, like organizations, can be beneficiaries of RISE, while natural persons, like individuals, as such cannot. Last but not least, the MSCA offer additional funding to regional, national, and also international programs for research training and career development. Co-fund programs encourage the movement of researchers across borders and provide good working conditions. The scheme can support doctoral and fellowship programs. Participating organizations receive a fixed amount for each supported researcher as a contribution to their living allowance and for the program's management costs. Selected programs will receive co-funding for up to 5 years, for a maximum total amount of 10 million euro. As this is a mono-beneficiary scheme, which means that one organization is applying for funding, so usually beneficiaries are from academia, mostly organizations running doctoral schools or fellowship programs. Companies are more than welcome as partner organizations, offering training to the researchers. Companies will have the benefit of getting access to the academic context and facilitating transfer of knowledge, and they will also get access to talent via such program. I mentioned in the beginning that the current EU program for research and innovation, Horizon 2020, will end by the end of this year. The next program will follow. It will start in January 2021. It will last 7 years, and with a budget of roughly 100 billion euro, it will be even larger in terms of money than Horizon 2020, and it will be called Horizon Europe. With regards to the Marie Skłodowska-Curie actions, there won't be big changes. All the current programs will continue, some under slightly different names. They will be simplified and streamlined, but overall there will be a continuation of the well-established current programs. In case you got interested in European funding, or specifically in the Marie Skłodowska-Curie actions, there is support. Euresearch is the Swiss guide to European research and innovation programs. It is a non-profit association supported by the Swiss federal government to inform, advise and connect researchers based in or coming to Switzerland. Euresearch has offices all across Switzerland, and there's also a network office in Bern. Your first entry point is the office in your region. So if you go to our website via this link, you can simply enter your postal code into a search box and you will be directed to your nearest Euresearch regional office. All Euresearch regional offices benefit from the expertise of specialists dedicated to companies' information and advisory. Concentrating on the needs of companies with specific focus on SMEs, they help businesses understand and identify the best possible opportunities, search for partners, accompany them in the process of proposal preparation and submission, help understand the financing rules, eligibility criteria, and much more. So don't hesitate to contact them. And if you have a MSCA specific question, you can also contact the 2 national contact points, Isabel Spüler and myself, Sibylla Martinelli. We are here to support you.